heart valves and recovery from heart attack and strokes. And now I'd like to look at rheumatoid arthritis and osteoarthritis as one group, and then osteoporosis.
Okay.
So if you could talk about those, please.
Well, basically, the disinformation in the market is basically caused by wear and tear. But if you do veterinary medicines and you do try to perform an autopsies in cows and things like that suffer from similar disease, you find a very different story. You find presence of mycobacterium, fungus, and other things of similar kinds around the bones. If I perform an autopsies in humans, I've seen the same thing, but their interpretation is very different. Oh, it's wear and tear. But if I look at the cows, I say, oh, that's from a cow. Oh, that's fungus. There's 6 kinds of mycobacterium and all that. So you got a different story depending on who performs the autopsy, but the results are the same. The arthritis is caused by basically a fungus, mycobacterium, other things like that. And that's why people recover from arthritis and osteoporosis and other conditions. If they visit the hot mineral springs, you kind of think, oh, there's something in the hot mineral springs that make them recover fast. Well, basically, the hot mineral spring contains sodium thiosulfate, potassium thiosulfate, sulfur compounds, things like these. The common one we use in our society is sodium thiosulfate, or we call them hypo solution in cameras. Those are actually the same element, but they're very diluted in water. So the active component is called sodium thiosulfate. That's one common treatment I use to help prevent them. Or DMSO, which is dimethyl sulfoxide, is also a common sulfur element. Those are very toxic to the fungus. That's why people visit hot mineral springs.
So DMSO is the stuff you normally use to carry other things through the skin? It's
found in wood products. Every time you try to manufacture wood, there's always dimethyl sulfoxide. I know it's safe because they try to throw it away, and the animals around the village take them like food. For them, it's good. For humans, we don't like it, but it helps their entire body process.
Okay, so as well as being a carrier to carry other things through, it also takes sulfur in as well.
Yes, but it also carries oxygen.
Okay, which fungus doesn't like.
Yes.
Okay.
That's the main element.
So you've actually used DMSO and other compounds against rheumatoid arthritis and osteoarthritis.
Because it kills the fungus.
And you've had good success with that?
Yes.
How many people roughly have you treated with this?
About 100.
About 100?
Yes.
Yeah. And what percentage success would you say you get?
I say about 80%.
That's pretty serious.
Yeah, 80%.
Okay. And it's...
not 100. Okay, yes.
No, that's okay. Nothing's perfect. But so 80% of about 100 patients, yeah? And are there any... so how do you use this? Just rub it on, or what?
Okay, well I have to tell you another thing. MSM is another one. Methosulfonimethane. Dimethyl sulfoxide. Those are 2 elements we put them together. Now the difference is 1 atom difference. MSM is oxidized DMSO. It's in powder form. DMSO is in liquid form. They're not oxidized. So MSM is pretty same as well as DMSO. The difference is one is the solution, one is the powder. The MSM you take internally. One famous person, his name is James Coburn. He's an actor. He has arthritis, and he cured his arthritis with MSM. Okay, and DMSO you could do it directly. Football players, they put in directly to help relieve the pain. So DMSO can be applied to the area with some brush or some cotton buds to apply indirectly. You can't use it directly to the hand. You can do it with the cotton buds.
And that's because the DMSO will go into your hand as well.
Yes.
And don't wear any nail polish. Is that right?
Right.
You're flying. Okay.
Yes.
Okay, fine. So that's really all that's needed.
Yes, you get some elements from the mineral spring. It's commonly called sodium thiosulfate. You take internally 5 or 10 little rice crystals a day. That will help relieve that condition also. That's the minimum. But MSM you need maybe 1,000 milligrams 3-4 times a day to help relieve that condition. You can take more. if you can handle the MSM very well. The least of side effects is MSM.
So one of the compounds you mentioned was sodium thiosulfate.
Yes, yes.
Because I have here a note that that's also an antidote for damage done by chlorine.
Yes, it's commonly used as a dechlorinator to get the chlorine out of the system. But at the same time, sodium thiosulfate is also used as an antidote for cyanide poisoning.
Okay, thanks. Just on that, we come to another very interesting antidote in a minute, an antidote for snake bite, which we'll cover in a second. But before we do that, can we just look at the third bone and rheumatoid type of condition, which is osteoporosis?
Osteoporosis is caused by acidity of the blood. Basically, that's what I found in my scans for my patients. Because if you have acid blood, okay, the calcium gets dissolved very easily out of the bones. So in order to get more alkaline, you take baking soda. And probably you have some vitamin D deficiency, but usually I see in acid blood. Acid blood helps remove the calcium from the bones, and that's what causes it.
So the treatment for osteoporosis is simply baking soda.
Yeah.
And again, half a teaspoon.
Yeah. You try to start with 1/3, and you build up as long as your body can without the side effects. But the dose is between 1/3 teaspoon to about 1 teaspoon. The average dose is about 1/2.
Is that once a day, twice a day?
You can do once or twice a day before you sleep. It's one. The other time you have to take it is after lunch, about 1 hour, 2 hours. Because you can't take it in the morning, because that's when your body needs to be more acidic. That's how people wake up. They wake up by being more acidic. They go to sleep by being alkaline. That's why you take it before you sleep. If you don't take it in the morning, because it will cause upset stomach.
Yes, I remember you mentioning that, because in one of the treatments we're actually mentioning hydrochloric acid.
Yes.
As part of the malaria treatment to wake people up.
Yes.
I thought it would wake me up, all right. But,
it also wakes people out of coma.
Does it? Okay, fine. So let's go on then now. So again, how many people have you treated with osteoporosis?
Basically, that's about 50.
About 50.
About 50.
And what sort of success rate do you have?
Pretty good.
Yeah.
People don't complain. There's some other things that you might understand. Osteoporosis might be caused some kind of bacteria. It's corneum bacteria is found that causes diphtheria as well as acne. They're the same family groups, and you can kill them with just a sound therapy.
With sound therapy?
Yes.
We'll come on to that one later, because that is absolutely fascinating. And I actually was given a sound treatment on my bad back last night, and didn't realise how well it works until I got out of a rather long taxi ride and had no pain in my back at all. But that's anecdotal. We need 1,000 people doing the same thing. Okay.
I have about less than 10 frequencies you have to play at the same time. I have to tell you the frequencies.
Okay. Well, perhaps we can make an MP3 download.
Yes, you can download that.
And then we can try those as a controlled trial.
It's an easy one, but you have to get a large sound speaker.
Okay. Well, you've got yours from 7-Eleven.
Yeah, I did. You don't get those a small one, you get a larger one.
Okay. So, looks like we're doing fine here. Let's look now at malaria and dengue fever.
Okay.
And the treatments for those, which are fairly simple, I understand.
Yes. During the Vietnam War, the Americans were basically using methylene blue. You don't need them large amounts they use, but you just take every hour you try to take methylene blue. It's used as a treatment, but the reason why they don't use it at all because it causes blue urine.
Well, I read green urine.
Well,
and
blue urine and green urine.
And it makes the whites of your eyes go blue as well.
If you take more vitamin C and baking soda, that blue will become colorless.
Oh, okay. So we're looking at methylene blue.
Dengue fever is caused by mosquito as well as chikungunya. Chikungunya is a common disease found in southern Thailand that I have found a cure. See, the reason why some people don't get out of chikungunya after they got bitten by mosquito is cause a lot of joint problems. Chikungunya.
Is Is that just the Thai problem, or is it widespread?
It's widespread.
I've never heard of it.
Well, you now hear it, but
Okay.
chikungunya, dengue fever is found in Thailand a large amount.
Oh, is that the same thing? Is dengue fever?
No, they're not the same. They're different kinds of disease.
Mhm.
But they, chikungunya tend to cause joint problems after you have months after you have it. So if you think you don't have it, you will actually have it, but the virus is found only in joints. And the reason where if you check the blood, you can't find them. They're only found in joints. That's where they hide.
I see.
And you can kill them with a simple supplement, just lysine, every hour for maybe 4 hours, twice a day, and do it for 3 days, and just to eliminate. But you have a terrible chikungunya, you take it for a week. I have a person in Phuket who have a swelling from chikungunya, and the swelling was eliminated within a week. Another case of dengue fever can be eliminated with just lysine, taken every hour, 4 hours, twice a day, 3 times a day. No, twice a day for 3 days. You completely eliminate dengue fever.
And what doses of lysine is this?
It's about 500 to 1,000 milligrams, taken every hour. You need to get your lysine blood very, very high for for a short time, like 4 hours, and you do it twice a day. It will completely eliminate the dengue fever within 3 days.
And lysine is what, an amino acid?
It's a most important amino acid of all the essential amino acids. It's deficient in humans. They're not deficient in animals because they regularly supplement with lysine. So livestock do not get affected. We do get affected, but we have controls.
And are there any side effects to taking these large doses of amino acids?
Well, if you have these conditions, you will not have it. Okay, if you want to use for weight loss, that's another issue.
Well, no, I was just looking at these serious conditions.
Serious conditions don't cause side effects. It's those people want to look more weight loss, be better looking, and they don't really need it.
Oh, I see. They take it for that. And what doses of methylene blue should people take for this?
Well, look,
do you dissolve it in water, or what is it?
Methylene blue I use is 0.1%. I require them to take about 10 drops every hour until they get better. So I can take it out for 6 hours every hour.
So 0.1%.
Yes.
And just a few drops. Right?
Yes, yes.
So it comes as a liquid solution.
I use a lot lower dose than the ones published in medical books. So because I believe you don't need a lot, you just need steady amounts of it, not a large amounts.
And you mix that also then with bicarbonated soda and vitamin C.
Yes, vitamin C helps kill the virus also. A little bit baking soda now and then it helps with the baking soda.